everyone. Today we'll be reacting to true scary animations. This one is called Someone Broke Into My House, and it's by 1C Entertainment. No, it's by 1C Entertainment. And yeah, so that's someone broke into my house while I was at a sleepover. So let's get into the video.
My name is Cam. I'm 20 years old and this happened about 10 years ago. I used to live across the street from my friend Eric. One Saturday, my parents were going away for a night, but I didn't want to
What the heck? What is that in Mom's face?
go. So we all arranged that I would sleep over my friend Eric's house. We ordered pizza. I spent the night playing video games and watched a few movies. I'm not sure what time it was. It was pretty late, probably around 1 in the morning, I think. I was flicking through Eric's PlayStation games when Eric said, "I thought your parents were going away for the night." I said, "Yeah, they are." "But there's someone in the house," Eric said. Confused, I got up and looked out the window where Eric was looking, and there was a light
What did Eric do?
and someone was walking around in one of the rooms. Eric asked me who that could be. I told him I had no idea. My parents were out of town for the night, and we never had anyone come over by our house unannounced, especially at this time of night. Instead of waking Eric's parents or trying to call the police, we came up with this idea to sneak out and investigate who was in my house. Looking back, this was the dumbest thing I ever did, but we were just young boys. We grabbed a couple of flashlights, snuck out of Eric's back door, and headed over to my house. We didn't even think of how we would get in, but we didn't need to because the front door had been forced open. Upon entering the house, we saw there were damp, muddy footprints leading upstairs. I'm not sure if whoever was inside heard us, but we started following the footprints, and one of the lights turned off. At this point, I was getting afraid, and I told Eric we should just leave and tell someone. Eric proceeded upstairs, however. I didn't follow him up. I kept whispering to him, "Eric, come, let's go." He ignored me and continued going up. He walked into one of the rooms, and I lost sight of him. I then bravely went upstairs to see where he went. I walked into my bedroom, and a foul odor hit me in the face. I kept whispering Eric's name, but he wouldn't answer. Then I heard something. It sounded like sobbing. I was scanning the room with my flashlight. In one of the corners of the room, I could see Eric's shoes. I raised the flashlight and I saw a disgusting, dirty hand that was covered in cuts and dirt covering Eric's mouth. The next thing I saw would haunt me for the rest of my life. I raised the flashlight once more, and the person covering Eric's mouth was a man who had a massive grin on his face, a vile beard and long, straight, black and gray, greasy hair. The way he was staring at me traumatized me. His eyes were wide and filled with rage. I screamed as loud as I could and ran out the bedroom. The man proceeded to chase me down the stairs and out the house. I thought I was going to die. Thankfully, when he ran outside, there was a police car pulling into the driveway. Someone had phoned the police when they saw flashlights and someone wandering around the house. The man saw the police and ran off. As he ran, there were things dropping out of his pocket, screwdrivers, a few other small tools, and one object that fell out. However, it wasn't a tool. It was a long, rusty, dirty blade. Thankfully, the man was found and arrested. Eric was unharmed, and so was I. The scary thing was the man didn't seem to have taken anything, so that suggests his interests were much, much more sinister. Eric and I remain best friends, but he nor I will ever forget this terrifying experience.
No. So I still think another video sounds completely irrelevant. Yeah. this isn't the other video, but yeah. Anyway, this one is called I Saw a Ghost in the Gym. I personally believe in ghosts, so I don't know. Why would there be one in the gym? My question. What the heck? What does YouTube to trash these days? I'm gonna pick back on that later.
It was in 6th grade in junior high school. I remember this one specific day when there was a thunderstorm. I was heading to gym, where the gym teacher greets each student outside of the girls' locker room as usual. I went inside the locker room. I was getting ready to change into my gym clothes as usual, and I noticed at the corner of my eye, a shadow was walking past at the other side of the lockers. I looked and said, "Is anybody here?" There was no answer, so I took my gym clothes with me and thought stupidly that I should follow where the shadow was heading. I went to the back of the lockers where the shower room was. I opened every curtain from each shower booth except the one in the last. All of a sudden, the light that was illuminating in the back started to blink. I don't know where my courage came from, but I decided to open the last curtain in the back. And when I did, there was nothing. I turned around, but then I heard someone crying in the shower booth. So I opened the other curtain again quickly, but still, there was nothing. It was rather strange to me because at that moment I felt cold. I heard in the distance talking, and it was a few girls walking past. I asked them if they saw anyone who was crying, but they said no. It was literally weird. When all the students arrived, the gym teacher asked one of the girls to open the gym doors. Usually, I'm the one that opens the gym doors, but she decided to let someone else have the turn. We were waiting for her, and then we heard a loud, sharp scream. Shortly, that girl ran into the locker room and cried. We were all confused, and she told us that she saw something, a baby, covered in blood. I went to the gym. The keys were on the floor. The gym door was opened, and I tried to turn on the lights, but they were completely off. I wasn't sure, but thought maybe, somehow it was due to the thunderstorm.
My closet is open? That is terrifying. And somehow just stopped this venom white light. That is terrifying. My closet is just sitting there open. That is scary. You guys yeah. If you guys saw it, then please tell me, or if you did any random clap. Again, just don't.
I couldn't see anything because it was too dark. And when I stepped inside the gym, I heard crying. It was a baby crying, and it was coming from the stage. I was frozen, but I wanted to check what was going on here. I went closer to the stage, but the crying abruptly stopped and was followed by a crack noise. Then I heard crying from another girl. She was sobbing. All of a sudden, the lights were on. My teacher grabbed me and asked if I was okay. I told her that I heard something but didn't see anything. She looked at me calmly and said, "I know what you're talking about. You're lucky that you didn't see anything." Then she said when she was working late one day, she saw a body floating in the swimming pool, which is close to the gym. She thought it was one of the students, so she tried to save that person. When I tried to get to her, it was completely gone, she said. And then she told me there was the ghost of the girl who drowned a few years back. This girl was pregnant and she gave birth in the shower booth. She didn't want it, so she killed the baby by breaking its neck. Later on, she regretted what she did, so she drowned herself in the swimming pool. When I heard the whole story from my teacher, I felt a little bit sad. After that, I didn't see or hear anything, but I'm still wondering what was the shadow I saw in the locker room. And sometimes it still gives me goosebumps when I think about it, especially the crying of the baby and the bone cracking noise. If the gym teacher did not come along, would I have seen that ghost of a girl holding the baby? Well, other than that, I just feel grateful that I didn't see anything that would shock me for my whole life.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here, guys. Tell me what you guys want to see next. Those are both really good. I loved both. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I loved both of those. Both of those were like really good. Yeah, both of those were really good. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. Tell me what you guys want to see next. Tell me if you guys want to see more of this. And don't forget to subscribe, cause yeah, I'm close. I'm on the road to 20, guys. You just need to keep on subscribing and then make it 20 sometime. Yeah. Stay tuned for that because I made you special. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.